Next continuous voter registration is still on. If you have not registered, this is your chance. Coming up this hour, lawyer says U.S. genocide concern in Nigeria driven by economic interests. Presidency says it's inappropriate for U.S. to undertake military action in Nigeria without consent. PDP factional chairman Abdulrahman vows to end division in party. Vice President Shetima receives Bayelsa State Governor Diri into APC. On the foreign scene, Israeli military's former top lawyer arrested as scandal over video leak deepens. I'm Sam Chinedu, and the news continues after the break. Culture says the recent concern expressed by the U.S. over alleged genocide in parts of Nigeria is driven by economic interests and not humanitarian reasons. Professor Wokocha, who is also a lecturer at the Department of Public Law, River State University, in an interview with correspondent Emeka Otuka, said the failure of Nigerian leaders to effectively tackle insurgency and killings in the country has given room for foreign interference. Professor Wokocha further explained that if the U.S. attacked any part of Nigeria, there would be no legal remedy, as the United Nations cannot act against a permanent member of the Security Council.
The United States does not act in the interest of anybody. It acts in its economic interest. Evidence is there everywhere. Their involvement in a number of other countries that they have gone into has left those places in chaos. Nigeria does have things that will interest the United States, and that's why they will turn their attention here. They haven't turned attention to Gaza, where clear genocide is going on, and the whole world is condemning it. So it's about economics for them. It's not about saving Nigerians. They have no interest in who lives and who does not.
Professor Wokocha also said in today's world, nations which desire to protect their sovereignty must form strong military alliances with other powerful nations.
The only way countries can protect themselves against such threats is to form alliances with other power blocks. And so they get equipped and they have the protection by other powerful nations that have what America has. Pakistan has done so. Iran is doing so at the moment. It's going to become increasingly difficult for anybody to fly and do anything when they have defense pacts with other powerful nations who have the same things those people have. Where an attack on one becomes an attack on all members of that union.
The lawyer advised the federal government to effectively tackle insecurity if it restructures the armed forces and stops playing politics with human lives.
I think if the government decides to stop playing politics, give 2027 a break, and focus on ending insurgency, they will end it in a short time, because this insurgency is not built on something sensitive and something. It's not like people fighting to protect their land the way the Niger Delta people engage in militancy because of injustice of extraction of their resources without it. This other one has no cause.
Recall that the U.S. President Donald Trump said he had asked the U.S. Defense Department to prepare for possible military action in Nigeria if the government continues to allow the killing of Christians. Meanwhile, some Port Harcourt residents have shared different opinions after U.S. President Donald Trump said he wants to come to Nigeria to help stop the killing of Christians. Some residents support Trump's plan, saying his help could bring peace and stop the attacks on Christians, but others disagree. They say Nigeria is an independent country and should handle its own problems without foreign help. They also warn that bringing outsiders into the issue could make things worse.
Even though you want to come to the church, I'm ready. Yes, I'm from Ahoda. I know what I'm saying because enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's a welcome development if you come. No breathing of space. You can see no freedom of worship. Only Christianity will not have freedom of worship.
Since we cannot take care of the condition of things in Nigeria, left to me, I would like Donald Trump to come.
And the killing is too much, so we hardly welcome him. We are happy to hear that.
I want Donald Trump to send a voice to come to Nigeria. Those rubbish should be stopped. Yes, that's my opinion.
To me, I don't see it as anything. Rather, Nigeria is a sovereign state. Donald Trump should take care of the United States, not Nigeria. We know we have problem about challenges, insecurity everywhere that our politicians is causing for us. I don't think that they have anything good to do for us Nigerians.
In response to Trump's comments, Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Policy Communication, Daniel Bwala, says it is diplomatically inappropriate for the U.S. government to undertake military action in Nigeria without the consent of the federal government. Speaking in an interview with the BBC World Service, Bwala said Nigeria remains a sovereign country and that any form of intervention on insecurity should be collaborative. Last Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump labeled Nigeria a country of particular concern over claims of Christian genocide in the West African country. Trump also threatened to unleash the Department of War on Nigeria to fight the terrorists that attack Christians. Speaking on the development, Bwala said there is a misconception of the comments made by Trump, adding that issues will be addressed when the U.S. leader and President Bola Tinubu meet. He said Trump's interest in the fight against Boko Haram extremists in Nigeria is welcome, adding that such a move must be guided by data. Similarly, another presidential aide, Temitope Ajayi, dismissed a report that U.S. President Donald Trump has delegated his deputy to meet with President Tinubu. In a statement, Ajayi said if President Tinubu is going to the White House, he will not be going to see a vice president. In Plateau State, clergyman Ezekiel Dachomo is alleging that security agencies in the state have been inactive in the face of the violence against Christians in the north. Speaking on Nigeria Info FM's Morning Crossfire, Dachomo accused them of often refusing to intervene until they receive direct orders from their bosses to intervene. Dachomo added that people live in constant fear, with many persons killed in several villages in recent times. He said the killings have persisted despite multiple administrations coming and going, and highlighted that Christian women are particularly targeted, with some even abducted from hospitals.
The truth is that we have been passing through this man from 2001 up till date. Government comes, government goes, and nothing is being done. This time around, the thing went worse. Our women have been dominated. If they are very stubborn to resist raping the children. Normally, when we cry, nobody responds. If you just kill, you cry and you bury your victim, and that is all. There are securities. When we meet them, they say they are waiting for others to go. You'll be left at the mercy of God.
And now to politics. The new factional acting chairman of the PDP, Abdurrahman Mohammed, says he would work to stop the divisions and fighting within the party. Mohammed, who took office today, Monday, at the PDP headquarters in Abuja, said he wants to rebuild the party and make sure it follows the law. He said the party is in a bad state because of the actions of some of its leaders and members. There was heightened security at the PDP national headquarters in Abuja on Monday as tensions deepened over the leadership crisis rocking the party. Operatives of the Nigeria Police Force and the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps took positions around Wadata Plaza to forestall any breakdown of law and order as rival factions mobilized supporters to the premises. On Saturday, the National Working Committee of the PDP, led by Damagum, suspended Samuel Anyanwu, the National Secretary, Kamaldeen Ajibade, National Legal Advisor, Okechukwu Osuoha, Deputy Legal Advisor, and Umaru Bature, National Organizing Secretary, over alleged anti-party activities. PDP spokesperson Debo Ologuagba, who announced the suspension during a press conference, said the decision followed an emergency meeting of the NWC in Abuja. Hours later, Anyanwu's faction, which has the backing of the FCT minister, Nyesom Wike, suspended Damagum Ologuagba, Taufik Arapaja, the Deputy National Vice Chairman, South, Daniel Woye-Guikoro, National Financial Secretary Suleiman Kadade, National Youth Leader, and Setonji Koshuedo, Deputy National Secretary. Bayelsa State Governor Doye Diri has officially defected from the PDP to the APC. Vice President Kashim Shettima led top APC figures to Yenogwa for the governor's official welcome ceremony. Senate President Godswill Akpabio, Ogun State Governor Dakpo Abiodun, Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborowori, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma, and Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno also attended. Party supporters filled the venue waving flags and chanting slogans to celebrate Diri's entry into the party. This year alone, the PDP has lost at least 4 sitting governors. Governors Oborowori of Delta, Eno of Akwa Ibom, Diri of Bayelsa, and Peter Mba of Enugu. We'll take a break. When we return, we tell you the Ministry of Transport bans keke on some roads in Port Harcourt. Stay tuned. Back. Still on election-related news, the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Joash Amopitan, has assured that the forthcoming Anambra State off-cycle governorship election will be peaceful and credible. He cited extensive preparations and a collective commitment to non-violence. Professor Amopitan gave the assurance during the ongoing signing of the Peace Accord, organized by the National Peace Committee, under the leadership of former head of state, retired General Abdusalami Abubakar. On the home front, the River State Ministry of Transport has banned tricycles, known as keke, from operating